increasingly shrinking club called the Super Dodgers. Until last week, President Biden was also a Super Dodger. But now, 2.5 years into the pandemic, with the highly transmissible BA.5 subvariant spreading, the Super Dodger Club is getting smaller and smaller.
I have never had COVID.
Dr. Katrine Wallace is a COVID super dodger. For 2 years and 5 months, she has dodged the virus. How did she do it?
I always wear a mask. I always try to keep social distance.
I dodged COVID for over 2 years.
Luke Martin and Tony Freeman both live and work in New York, which has been hit by wave after wave of COVID. And yet, they never got it.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was constantly just more and more people surrounding me were getting COVID, and I could not get it.
I'm careful and lucky, and that's a good combination with this disease.
So far, 60% of Americans have been infected with COVID, many of us twice. So, what is it about super dodgers? Are they superhuman?
Could there be a genetic way that the body just doesn't get infected with certain bad bacteria or viruses? So could there be a genetic reason? We certainly don't have any evidence for that.
Until last week, President Biden was a super dodger. Then he caught the new Omicron variant, BA.5. Here he is today at the White House with his German Shepherd, Commander. Biden's doctor reports his symptoms have now almost completely resolved.
I'm feeling better every day. I still have a little bit of a sore throat and a little bit of a cough.
He sounded like his old self on a Zoom meeting, but did he fall asleep in the middle of the briefing? It looks like an aide woke him up.
BA.5 is so contagious that we think at some point just about everyone will have experienced an infection with this virus.
And what do you know? Luke Martin's luck just ran out. He informs us he finally got COVID because he let his guard down.
I genuinely thought I couldn't get it, and now that I've gotten it, I'm going to be more careful again.
And after more than 2 years of dealing with COVID, along with inflation and a divisive political climate, some Americans have simply had enough, and they're packing and moving their families all the way to Europe for a new life. Les Trent has details.
Allison and Dustin Baxley are giving Inside Edition a tour of their new home in Portugal.
This is our living room. As you can see, it's quite large, which is nice.
Look at that backyard, equipped with a large pool and outdoor kitchen. It's a far cry from their apartment in Brooklyn, where they lived before moving overseas.
Our house in Portugal is 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, and is half the price of what we paid in Brooklyn.
They have 2 young children and say they were also very concerned about safety in the big city.
With gun violence, crazy politics that were going on, it was definitely a good time to make a change.
The Baxleys are part of a new wave of Americans packing up and moving to Europe. Luciani Sarafovic is a real estate broker specializing in international sales.
I am seeing a very large trend of people wanting to move to Europe. They're doing this because they can work remotely and also because they want more savings, more space, and also a better work-life style.
So where are they going? Greece is seeing a huge spike, 40% compared to last year. Italy and France are also seeing their highest U.S. demand in years. Mom Stephanie Sinclair is among those making the big leap, back to the old world. She's moving with her son from Atlanta to Italy.
You can hear the church bells from one of the churches now.
She just bought a house in Sicily after being fed up with the cost of living in the States.
A total of $60,000 is what it costs for 2 houses and a storefront area with a bathroom for literally 3 properties.
Galen and Meryl Draper recently relocated to this stunning estate in southwest France.
I would say for the price of like a bathroom in Brooklyn, we were able to get that. And also the bank, I mean, we were able to get a loan there that's like less than 1%, which doesn't even make sense here.
These Americans say moving to a foreign country is not easy, but feel it is the right decision for them.
And whether you're moving to Europe or just vacationing there, the U.S. dollar is roughly at par with the euro, which means your money will go a lot farther. Other news today, a family camping